Project managers. This week we are going to learn about stakeholders. So when you think about a stakeholder in a project, who comes to mind? Let me tell you about a project that I finished recently. So as you know, I work for the church and we have people all over the place that are stakeholders in our projects. Well, I had one project that we finished up. It was a learning piece for a new training for family history, and we delivered it. Everybody seemed to be happy with it, and then about a week after we delivered the project to the product manager, I got a call from the product manager's boss, and they started telling me all the things that were wrong with the product and what we delivered, and they really wanted us to make some changes. So what do you think went wrong in that project? What could I have done better at the start of that project to make sure that this kind of thing didn't happen? Thank you for that. Stakeholders are important people to identify in any project, and making sure you have that listed out right at the beginning is critical to any project being successful. So in a couple of weeks here in class, you're going to have your first project that you need to turn in as a team. One of the things you're going to have to do to turn in with that project is a stakeholder register. So in your team this week, make sure that you go and start to think about the stakeholders and who they might be for this particular project. Some of those things have actually already been identified for you in the rubric and in the assignment. But I want you to think about it as a team and make sure you put together a stakeholder register that you'll turn in. So let's talk just a little bit about a couple of things I've noticed here in class. First of all, I want to clarify what I expect you to do in the classroom chat room. So there's a question or a series of questions that I'd like to have you answer. So part of your points, 3 of the 5 points that I allocate in there, are just for you answering that question. The other points are for you interacting with students and talking about the questions and responses that have been given. So in order to get full credit, you need to be actively engaged in the assignment or in the chat room, and you need to respond to at least 2 posts in order to get full credit. I'd love to see you respond more than that even, but in order to get minimum credit, that's what you need to do. So we have 2 discussion boards in the class. One is that main classroom discussion board where I just talked about participation. The other one is your team discussion board. In there you'll only see the posts of your other team members, and in that one is where you'll do your planning for your projects. So for this first project, you have to work as a team to put together the project. I want to see you actually create a project, and you need to be able to put together a stakeholder register as well as a project charter. Now, project charters we'll cover next week, but that's what this first prove assignment is all about. So, knowing what you know about class so far, I want to know, what questions do you have that haven't been answered in the class yet? Now, the last question I have for you in this video is, I want to know, what is your current thought about project managers? You've learned kind of a background and overview and about stakeholders. Tell me, just give me a line or 2 about what your thought is about project management as a profession. Thanks for your time, and thanks for being a part of class. I love seeing what's going on in the discussion board and watching you learn. Tune in next week, and I'll have another video here posted for you. Thank you.